Hello everyone, it's Meg. Welcome to a new video. This is the first video that I'm filming with my new bookshelf setup, which is very exciting. This is my favourite spot, sitting on the floor and filming a video personally. And I do have a video where I set up my new bookshelf, so if you want to go and check that out, I will leave it in the description down below. But today I realised I needed to film another video, and I decided very spontaneously to do a book tag, and I've not done a book tag in years, and obviously you can tell by the title this is the end of year book tag, which I have done in the past. I haven't done a book tag, like I said, in a very long time, in years, kind of since I started BookTube again. So I thought it would just be fun to do a book tag, and obviously the end of year book tag seems a good idea, as at least when I'm filming this, it's the end of October. So you know, we're getting to that time, and I can't really remember any of the questions. I'm being very spontaneous. I've just got them on my iPad here, and we're going to go through them and just have, you know, a bit of fun. Okay, so I can't remember how many questions there are, but we're going to go through them. So question number one is, are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? I know there's definitely two books. I think one I actually started last year that I need to finish. I don't know whether that's actually going to happen, but the one that I started this year that I know I need to finish is If I Don't Know by Wendy Cope. This is my second Wendy Cope poetry collection that I have started reading. I started reading it in the summer. I'm about halfway through. Obviously it's not very thick, and I really was enjoying it. I think I started reading it on holiday, and then I came back off holiday and I didn't end up finishing it. So this is one of them, and the other book that I did want to finish this year because I started reading it last year is Lobster by Holly McNeish. I am again nearly halfway through this, and I am really enjoying it. It's a mixture of non-fiction and poetry, and yeah, I really was enjoying it, but it does take me a little longer to read non-fiction. So I would like to finish this year. I'm not sure how realistic that is actually going to be, but you know, we will see. We'll see what happens. Question number two is, do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? I guess the book that I'm reading now kind of does that. I just got the dust jacket because the book's over there and I'm too lazy to go and pick it up. But that is Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Store by V.E. Schwab. I wanted to specifically read this during autumn because it's about vampires, sapphic vampires specifically, and I am actually really enjoying it. I am enjoying it a lot more than Addie LaRue thus far, because I ended up switching to the audiobook for Addie LaRue, but I am still reading the physical copy of this. I'm annotating it. I'm nearly halfway through, more or less, again, and I'm really enjoying it. You know, I think having multiple perspectives, and obviously with Addie LaRue there is the historical aspects as well, but I don't know, I just prefer this one a bit more, so I think this is a 4-star vibe at the moment, but we'll see. But yeah, this is definitely I think this is a really good autumn transition of a book. Like I said, given the factor that you know, autumn, Halloween, vampires kind of mix, you know. Question number three is there any new releases you're still waiting for? And I don't think there is. I kind of got my last pre-orders kind of within the last month or two, and I am looking for new releases that are coming out next year, and I only have about three releases. I'm hoping that Laura Wood's gonna announce a book. I'm pretty sure she's bringing out one or two books next year. I know she's bringing out 2 YA books the year after, but I'm pretty sure in 2026 she is releasing definitely 1, maybe 2 new books. But I have a few more books that I'm definites that I'm going to be getting. So yeah, I'm looking for, obviously, when I do my anticipated releases video. So if you guys have any recommendations for books that you are excited for that are being released next year, mainly contemporary or historical fiction, or even manga that you think I might let me know in the comments down below, because I'm looking for lists. I'm really excited to see people's anticipated releases videos, because it'll be good research for me for when I'm creating my list as well. Question number 4 is, what are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? and I'm kind of like debating. I do want to do some rereads over Christmas time, like in December, because I feel like that's a real comfort. But in terms of books that I already physically own, let's have a look and see what I've got. So I think one of them is Blue Period Volume 2. I read Volume 1, enjoyed it, watched the anime, enjoyed it. This is technically on my autumn TBR, but I don't know whether I'm gonna get to it because I'm having a bit of like an anime and like manga break, so I can focus on some of my like other like novels that I need to get through. So I feel like this might end up being like a end of November, beginning of December read. But I love it. It's like a manga about art, and who doesn't love that? Or in my case, how can I not love that? I do want to finish my audiobook, which I think I'm actually going to do. I've been quite good at listening to this audiobook, which is How to Lose a Lord in 10 Days by Sophie Irwin. I'm over halfway through, just over halfway through. So I'm really enjoying it. I'm not quite sure where it's going to go. But again, really enjoying it because it can take me a while to get through audiobooks because I don't always listen to them on a regular basis. But I think because I'm more like engaged with the story and trying to make a regular routine of listening to it, I'm able to get through it quicker, which is great. And what shall we do for my last pick? You know what? We're going to do two because I'm indecisive like that. So these are the two of the books that I got when I was in Edinburgh last month. So you can check that Edinburgh book shopping video out down below in the description. But I've got Somewhere Beyond the Sea by T.J. Klune, which is the sequel to The House in the Cerulean Sea, which I read earlier this year, loved it. And then also Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. I think this is going to be on my like winter / like little festive December TBR that I've got going on, because I have read the Careful series, I've loved it. I've been debating about reading this series for ages, and I've decided to go for it, and they've just brought out the new paperbacks, which are like the original hardback covers, which I prefer a lot more to the original paperback editions because they're not pink. So I really enjoyed that, so I think this is like the one of the rare moments where I do read a fantasy. So you know, I think I'm gonna have to put these on the list as well, like I said, because your girl is a bit undecided. Question number 5 is there a book you think you could still shock you and become your favourite book of the year? I don't know. I think it's probably going to have to be between either Somewhere Beyond the Sea by T.J. Klune, which I just shown before, or maybe Maurice by Ian Foster. I have been, which I've said every time I've talked about these books, I've been meaning to read one of his books for years, literally years, and now I have Maurice and Room with a View, but I think I'm going to save Room with a View for next year, for like spring, summertime. It just gives me that vibe, I don't know why. But I'm really intrigued. I really hope I like it. I feel like I will. I feel like I like his writing. But we'll see. So I think maybe this, like I said, and Somewhere Beyond the Sea. And the final question, which is question number 6, is have you already started making reading plans for next year? And not too much, I must admit. I think reading plan wise, I kind of take it as it comes. It also depends on the new releases that come out. I will definitely be doing like some vlogs for like some of the new releases that I have, which I'm not really going to share right now because there's only literally about 3 on my list. So it kind of depends on that. Don't put as much pressure on how much I read in terms of like my Goodreads goal, my reading goal, etc. I don't tend to do that because it puts too much pressure on myself. I think I just want to read what I enjoy, and next year is a very special year because it is the year I turn 30, so I just want to make like the last like 6 months of being in my 20s just like a great time. So that means reading books that I enjoy, like whether it's new books or rereading books. I'm obviously a big fan of rereading books. I will absolutely be rereading a Laura Wood book in July during my birthday month, because we know that is an absolute given. But yeah, I don't really have many, to be honest with you. Like I said, it's something that I kind of take as it comes. I will be reading more manga. I think I've got the Skip and Loafer series here, which I've read volume 1 of, and I have all of the English translated volumes at the moment. So if I don't get to this series this year, I think I will get to it next year. It seems like a very spring-like series to me. I don't know why. It just gives me that vibes because it is set throughout, you know, all the seasons. But yeah, so I think, like I said, I have a few ideas, but nothing's set in stone yet. I think it, like I said, we're going to take it as it comes, and it will depend on like new releases and all that sort of thing. But I am looking forward to like next year and the stuff it holds. I feel like, or I hope it's going to be a good year. No, I feel like it's going to be a good year. You know, let's be optimistic about this. So yeah, we're going to take it as it comes. And hopefully we'll just, you know, I'll have some fun reading plans, some fun like booktube plans, just bookish plans in general, you know, that's what we want. So that is it for this video. It was a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be, but I hope you guys like enjoyed it nonetheless, because I've not done like a book tag in years, so it's been really nice to do it. It's really fun and spontaneous of me to do it. Let me know in the description down below what are your reading plans for the rest of the year, any books you are planning on finishing, that you've already started, some books that you haven't started, where you are up to on your reading goal. If you have a reading goal, you might not. Just let me know in the description down below, and if you got to the end of this video, comment a clock emoji, because obviously, you know, we're nearly at the end of the year. Time's like not exactly running out, but you know, we're coming to the end before the new year starts. So comment that down below if you got to the end of this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already. I will leave the links to my social media along my Goodreads in the description down below for you guys if you would like to see more bookish content that you will not find on this channel. But thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you so much, and I will see you again very soon. Bye guys!